Okay.
Daryl, am I host?
Can you? Okay. Can you see the room now?
Yeah, can you make me host?
Yes.
Thank you.
Many of these spaces that have been here have been part of this crusade. So if this is your first time here, please raise your hand, because just like the Oprah Winfrey Show, you get a prize. And so we have some things to give on to you. Yeah. We have a famous artist in our presence. And I know she may still introduce herself soon. And I just wanted to say that 1 Million Cups, for those who are not aware of what it is about, it's sort of like a Toastmasters for entrepreneurs. The four tenets of it are to be radically inclusive, that it's for the community and by the community, and that it's about presentations and not pitches, and that it is about authentic connections and not networking. And so with that in mind, that is what we all are here today. We are here to be connected in a way that we may not be. So make certain, and otherwise, please make certain that you introduce yourself and truly connect with someone who you're meeting today. And on that note, I want to just make certain that one of the best connectors that I know, I mean, she is, I'm going to use a big word, ubiquitous. She's everywhere around this county and outside the county. I want to invite Nicole from Diversified Members Credit Union up to say a few words, because she is the sponsor of our coffee today. And Nicole, please come on up and let us know what you guys have.
Yeah, the only reason that I get the mic is because I brought the coffee. That's fine. Yeah, we need it. It's okay. I've met so many of you before, but for those of you that I haven't, I'm Nicole with Diversified Members Credit Union. I am a business banking officer. So one of the things that I love to do is come to these networking events and meet small, medium, any size business owner, because you all have different challenges, and that is something that we can definitely help you with. So credit unions are different from banks, and we do things in the community, and it's personal, and that is how you feel about your business. It's personal. So we, like to sit down and figure out the solutions that to your problems that, maybe are holding you back from your next step. We also like to make sure that we take care of you on a personal level. So if Renee was here, she would be talking about the financial coaching. We talk about credit score and how important your personal credit score is to your business. We do a lot of coaching on that. We can help you get your numbers where they need to be. And also, as a credit union versus a bank, we save you a lot of money. We are member owned. So as an owner, when you join us, you will pay less fees, lower interest rates where they need to be lower, and higher interest rates where they need to be higher. And it's community focused and very local, and we just like, we like making friends and helping our friends become better business owners.
Well, before you leave, can you talk a little bit about your business spotlight?
We do also, as part of being in the community, we have a couple of different ways we like to feature some of the people that we work with, not necessarily just our members. We feature a lot of people who are also not our members, because it's just about being in the community. But we have two different things that we do. One, we have a feature inside of every branch. I know a lot of us don't really visit our financial institutions that much anymore, but a lot of people still do. We have a very high traffic volume in all 4 of our branches. So we have a big display where we'll tell all about your business. And you can put literature out, you can, come in and drop off samples, you can have a day inside the branch to do what you want to do. We promote it on our social media and on our website and all these other kinds of cool places. There's someone in the room who's our current business of the month, Alexander.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's very easy. You just
pick
up and they create it.
send me an email. We do the rest. And then we also have a feature that we run on television called Locally Owned, Locally Loved. And that is a television or commercial series where we feature a local business with video. And really the business owner gets to tell their story. And it really just encourages everyone, because that's what we want, is everyone to support their local business. And that's also, you do all these things at no charge. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Nicole is awesome. She knows everybody. And I don't say that lightly. And I do want to give a little commercial. The lifeblood of Woman in Cups is presenters. So we are always looking for individuals to present their business ideas. No matter what stage you are in your business, we want you to come present. So if you want to present, or you know someone who you think would benefit from this experience, please bring them along. Let them know about us. And with that, I want to just give a shout out to Ginger. Ginger has tirelessly worked to stand up what will be launching next week, the brand new Ann Arbor chapter of Women in Cups. So Ginger. One slide. Skip to, there you go.
No, it's not. Keep going.
Is it going?
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so just really quick, meet my team. This is Raj, this is me, Michelle, Karen, and Julia. This is the QR code, and this is the key fact. So I don't want to take you away from Ferndale. This is an amazing community. But if you live, work, or play in Ann Arbor and you want to come on a Wednesday, please meet us at Bamboo Ann Arbor. So we'd love to have you. Thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations, Ginger. Yeah, so, and again, I'll say this, and I'll say this the last time, and we're gonna get right to Andrea so you can do your thing, Andrea, because you brought toys and we want to make sure you're able to give those out. But this is yes, David. Yeah, you're gonna say something. So come on up. Yeah, you want to talk about our new Instagram page. But I do want to just say that we need just like he's volunteering, we have a volunteer team that is unlike any other, but we need more. We need people who are willing to come up here and be moderator. We have our in-house photographer and Carmen, but if she's not here, we need people to be a photographer. We need a tech setup person. We need people to help with this. So please bring yourselves not only as guests, but bring yourselves into the experience, and please consider joining the setup team, the management team. So here you are.
I'll take 2 seconds. So who's got this? Someone. Got our Instagram page. So moving forward, if you're somebody who's on Instagram, you take photos or videos from here, we'd love for you to not only like our page, but tag us, our Instagram account, 1 Million Cups Detroit Metro. We'll be obviously adding more content as time goes on, and we're excited to build this up. If there's anything that you like in terms of our content, please feel free to share with your network. And if you have any questions after the meeting, come up to any of the volunteers or myself, and we can answer your questions for you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to Andrea's. Okay, well, actually, we can give it to her so she can. All right, so we're going to invite, let's give her a warm welcome, Andrea Elmers of Workplace Wellness Incorporated. And she is signed up for the experience. So let's get ready to ask her all the questions in the world. But Andrea, thank you for presenting. Let's give her a round of applause. Let's do it. Workplace Wellness and the house.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, it's a little louder. Good morning.
Good morning.
There we go. All right, my name is Andrea Elmers. I am one of the co-founders at Workplace Wellness. And yes, I did bring toys today. They are resistance bands. For those of you who don't have one, I have enough for everyone. So either raise your hand or come up to the front and get one. Either way, we want you to have one when you leave. But I'm going to start with how we got started. So quickly to tell you all, we are a corporate wellness program, business to business, as a additive preventative medicine benefit for companies. So how we had gotten started with this is actually a woman-owned mother-daughter business. And back in 2015, we had started a staffing firm together. The reason we had done that was because my mom had actually owned, she would not own, but she ran the US division of an Italian staffing firm. And then what had happened from there is she worked with her best friend. I called her my aunt. We were incredibly close. And in 2014, she had actually succumbed to depression and had passed away. So what we had done was, instead of, continuously being down about it, let's build something as a tribute to her. So we started a staffing firm under her name, AMJ Staffing, Alicia Marie Jameson. But with that being said, we were thriving until 2020, and then COVID hit, and then my mom laid me off. So I get very bored. I don't like to do nothing. So she had actually registered a wellness company in 2018 because she had been wanting to do it. She hadn't had anyone to run it. So over the years, I'd become a group fitness instructor, personal trainer, nutritionist, and I had decided, well, if anything, now's the time. So I had taught myself a bunch of the Adobe product softwares, hired an app development team, and here we are today. We have since, in the last 6 months, grown our clients 5 times. So we have gone from having just 3 in the beginning of this year to now we have 15, and we're rapidly growing. So that's kind of the story behind it. And now here's the thing, my mom laid me off and she's now working for me. Now, here's a little bit about our product and service, okay? So we have a product and a service. So our product is our mobile app. It provides thousands of wellness resources ranging from fitness, nutrition, mindful, and lifestyle tools. In addition to that, we actually can track customized company competitions and wellness rewards programs. So it brings that social aspect and increasing that employee engagement as well. That app is great because we are nationwide. So anyone in the country, actually technically worldwide, one of my clients has a bunch of European employees and they love the app more than Americans. So whenever they have the opportunity, they are winning pretty much every competition that we have. So, but on top of that, if there's a company that is really not into the app mindset yet, which they will be soon, but if they're not right now, we do have alternative options, and those are where our services come in. We offer workshops, webinars, presentations like this, one-on-one consultations, and health fairs. So that's a little bit about both. And then most of our clients actually do a mixture of both. So they'll do, here's the app for your employees, and then we're also going to purchase additional services to help promote an engaging wellness program. So what is my biggest challenge? It's funny, Melissa was coaching me and she goes, well, this is more of a presentation, not a pitch. I'm like, well, I have plenty of problems to talk about, but let me narrow it down into one. I mean, every business owner knows that there's plenty of problems that we deal with. How do we narrow it down? I kind of mixed it into 2 because this is the biggest thing we've been seeing, which is getting in front of the decision makers and providing that immediate return on investment. What we tend to find is that, unfortunately, like, sorry, business owners, but wellness is not a destination where you can just get your ROI right away. It is a journey, and every employee is going to use it in a different way. So while some business owners are starting to recognize that, they're starting to recognize that, okay, it does decrease burnout, increase productivity, and hopefully in the long term decrease healthcare claims, there are a lot that are still like, why would I pay for that for my employees? So that's okay though, because we are changing the corporate landscape in terms of that and starting to kind of be more open to programs like these to help our employees, because what we're realizing is that people don't want to be pushed to go to the doctors or the dentist, and people feel like that's a little like intrusive. So why not have a program that's for the employee and not for the corporate? Not for the leaders. So what have we tried so far? So we've had a couple things go really, really well for us, okay? We had adjusted our pricing structure. So looking at every other wellness company out there, you have to pay for every employee whether or not they utilize the program. Well, we had changed that. We made it so there's a minimum amount of users and that you're only paying additional if more people sign up. Everything we do, and that's going into number 2, is completely automated and trackable. So everything, you have your own portal in which you can track everything. We had to keep adding more data and more trackable options in order for these decision makers to buy into the concept. But another thing that we also did was, if you guys are familiar with employee assistance programs, EAPs is another way of saying it. We actually will integrate any pre-existing EAP that you already have throughout our app so that we can help boost the utilization of it. So we don't step on the toes of EAPs, rather we help boost the utilization behind them. So all 4 of those, I would say, helped a little bit, right? I mean, the pricing structure adjustment was the huge impact, right? Because, okay, I'm a business owner, right? I now have an extra layer of confidence knowing that everything's being tracked and I don't have to pay for everyone. And you can even kick people off. If someone hasn't used it in 3 months and you see that, you can just be like, I'm not paying for you anymore. So you kind of have that option. And like I said, that adds that layer of confidence. However, we have to still rely on the HR leaders to fully advocate our products and services. We are trying to go for larger, not super large. Like we have one client that's 13 employees, but trying to hit, if we hit the 1,000, 2,000 employees, the owner's not going to talk to me. They're going to say, no, meet with my HR. Then I present it to my HR, and then HR has to go up to them and say, oh, I love this. It's really, really, really cool. But then the business owner is like, okay, well, how does that help me with money? So they don't necessarily care that much. But like I said, it's starting to change a little bit. Corporate landscape's changing and helping out. That being said, that is still the biggest problem we deal with, is getting HR to truly be able to, the same level of persuasion, having that knowledge behind, okay, so yes, this is a cool product and service, but how can I show my leadership that it's actually going to give them the return on investment that they're looking for? So I heard that I may as well take advantage of you guys and all these insights I could potentially get. So I was told, the less you talk, the more help you get. So I wanted to take advantage of that. But before I go into that question, I kind of want to give you guys an idea of what our 2025 goals are so you can know that, yes, we are in rapid growth, but if we still run into that same issue that I kept saying, I don't know if we will hit these goals. Revenue goal, we aim to triple in 2025. And that is just based off of the projection of client growth in the last 6 months. We currently have 15 clients. We want to at least double that number, taking into consideration that each contract really varies in terms of the price. Because if you're a 13-person company, you're going to be a lot cheaper than someone who's 1,000 employees. So it's really hard to get that true projection when you don't know the amount of employees of all the potential clients you'll be working with. But to at least double it to 30 plus is going to be the goal, and to hire 1 or 2 more wellness account managers. That's the position that we tend to hire for the most. I used to hire sales because I'm not a big fan of sales. But people tell me if it's your business, you're silly not to sell it. So I went against what I, had wanted. Sometimes you don't actually get exactly what you want in this journey that you're on. And we're hiring more account managers, individuals that have backgrounds in fitness, nutrition, preferably HR as well, because I need to get into the head of them. So that is the ultimate goal. So the main thing that I could use insight on, there we go. So given all that, we have made significant progress, as you can see, but we need to find that way to either help HR effectively sell the program or get in front of the decision makers ourselves. So, I mean, either is 100% what our goal is, but it really depends on the company size, if they even allow us to get in front of the decision makers, or they force us to tell them enough to where they can sell it. So if anyone has any advice on this, I would really appreciate it.
Carmen, hi. Hold this.
Okay.
Everybody else knows the drill. If you have any questions, you can step up to the front of the room. You'll take this wireless mic and address Andrea. There is a camera, so you'll stand here-ish so that your back isn't facing the camera. Come on down.
And I'll put this up. If you guys want to connect with me at all, you can scan that QR code while I'm answering some questions.
I've never been here before. Good morning, Mario Brevity with Thrive Rehabilitation. But my question for you is, the growth that you want, have you considered attacking above the owners? So for instance, healthcare companies incentivize people by saving them money on their premiums by going straight to Blue Cross Blue Shield, Priority Health, Meridian. So offering your services to them to see if they would pay for it, which the owners would then receive a substantial savings, or their employees using it would be a way to get you in front of them. So maybe considering that. And the second part would be also taking a step backward from the owners and finding an outside sales team that you don't have to actually hire. So there are companies like USI, or cost savings for owners that try to do contract negotiations. Finding them, most of them only do 50 employees or more, which would then be, instead of little accounts, they do the bigger accounts for you. And then you can take any of those and maybe incentivize them by giving a process of commission. So something to consider. I don't know. I'm thinking of.
Yeah, insurance brokers are our best friends.
Well, no, call Blue Cross themselves, not the broker.
Yeah, that's true.
Two things real quick. One, well, I'll go to the one I can remember, and hopefully the other one comes back. The 15 clients that you have any of them done like a testimonial video or something where you can use them as like the case study for what they say, like what are the benefits of that working with you, right? You know, so that you can put it on your website, people, social media, people can watch another company's success working with you, which makes it easy. The other question is, there's got to be a ton of studies out there that prove, right? Do you have, again, something on the website that like either shares those studies or maybe create an infographic, like, you know, one-page document that like shows exactly the benefits of when you work with a wellness organization, you're saving money, employees work, you know, they're taking less time off, they're happier employees work harder. So just kind of taking the studies and the information and the data that's out there, turning it into a sales piece for you might be something that you're not doing to think about.
I really like the website idea, to create statistics, because yes, there's a lot out there, so that's a great idea to start putting it more on my website. Yep. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jayla. I'm currently studying.
To speak up just a little bit, Jalen.
My name is Jayla. I'm currently still studying grant proposal writing, and I was basically going to say the same thing as the last gentleman. Basically evidence of the success of what you do, and maybe writing blogs to display statistics, maybe current trends, because there has actually been a trend of people talking about health, wellness and health. And there's also been a series of death from workplace stress. So I think that would be very important to emphasize the seriousness of it and the sustainability and the benefit, the greater benefit.
Yep, absolutely.
It's going to
Thank you.
First off, I love the presentation.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
You got it.
I feel like So my question for you is, looking at the return on investment side of things that you were looking to go into, what are your HEPA requirements? Because I know a lot of HR, as you scale and you grow and you're grabbing all of this data and you're grabbing all these different patients, a lot of the things that those HR people are looking for as you scale is considering the cybersecurity awareness fund for everybody. So airplanes and stuff. But anyway, as you scale and you grow and look at these HEPA violations, I was like, what are your mechanisms in place that you have in place? Do you have it in place to scale that side of the patient privacy? Because you are in a very, very sensitive area. So what measures do you have inside there? And that will help with that, because if you can prove that you have those measures in place, then you'll actually skip you past that in the resources section, because they are not allowed to look at that HEPA stuff as well. And now you go straight to the decision. HR to put you in front of those people, so you have those mechanisms in place. If you don't, break those data and break those people.
Yeah, we do have, we are certified HIPAA through our IT company, and we do have everything. It's like an MFA, multi-factor authorization. Yep, all of that. But that doesn't mean I can't expand upon my HIPAA regulations and all of that, because if I start really growing, that could be something that comes up. So thank you, I appreciate that.
Good morning. So I was thinking when the gentleman stepped up and said to go above like to Blue Cross Blue Shield, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and to go above to the actual top of the line. I know that when I go to the doctor, like, so I was supposed to go physical therapy for my shoulder. Haven't been yet because I don't know where a physical therapist is that's convenient for me.
Right here.
I love how that works.
Right. So my suggestion would be to see if you could get on their preferred providers list. So that way, when they call and say, hey, I'm looking for this or whatever, they'll say, oh, let me refer you to this person. I know even like with insurance companies and different things, everybody has this preferred where they want you to use their people. So if you could somehow get on the preferred providers list, then they would be sending people your way when they call them to find out where to go.
Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, we've realized that with insurance brokers. I'll say Blue Cross, they don't like me because they have the best wellness program already. So I know, but no, all jokes aside, no, this is great to hear all this, because that is the next step, is getting those people to sell it for me as opposed to me having to do it myself. So no, that definitely makes sense to me.
Good morning. I just a suggestion, and I'm sure we're doing some of this already.
Closer to the front. So yeah, thank you.
I was trying to say that. I wanted to ask you, when you're talking with HR people, do you have any stats on what's their rate of absenteeism due to illness?
I definitely asked them for that. Shockingly, they don't know the answer offhand, so I never really get that right away.
But there are some sources out there that you can look at. Even Cranes does a great example. So take a look at some of that, because when people have a lot of absenteeism because they're not feeling good, COVID, we know was a weird thing, but people take off work, and when they're not at work, what does it cost that company?
Mm-hmm.
And when you can hit them with something that hard, that's hard money. So, I would suggest going back to saying, looking at people that are off work or people that are sickly all the time and have to go home.
Yeah, no, that idea to look up, and especially if you look it up before and know the answer before you're talking with them. So that's a great idea. I'll talk to you after, because I'd like to get like the link to that. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You could probably turn this down a little. I wanted to mention something as well. When and if you do get face to face with the HR big person, or the head honcho,
It's always different, yeah.
decision maker, I think it's important to highlight how easy it is to do this. Because if it seems complicated, or it seems like it's a lot of work, or a lot of steps, or too expensive, or too complicated, they're not gonna do it. So, it takes these 4 steps to initiate this plan, or, 5 steps to get this going. If you could break it down into that like bite-sized palatable thing, then you can be like, or like try it out for 30 days, see if your staff is even interested in it.
Yes.
Trial run or whatever. Obviously, you don't want to give things away, because we do that a lot, as consumers, so don't do that, but,
That's so true.
Also, very fun, that can be here.
Hi, everyone. So I do have a question for you. First, I already know how I feel about you. I love this. So, questions. I'm a nerd. That's why you see the notebooks. I take notes here. Do you have like certain industries that are really a hot spot for you?
Yes, right now we are trending upwards with banks and credit unions. We have, I know I said that, but you as well as universities, colleges and universities, and government agencies. So different counties and cities. So those we see a lot of the times because they already have established budget. Yeah, so that is why we tend to see that influx with that, and then more of the privately owned companies are like, not yet.
And like, I can go over tax, by the way, so my questions are like super technical, sorry. But so when you think about how you sell to those, how much time do you think you invested when you sold those? Like,
Well, with government forever. Because it's just like you have to go through so many different like people and hoops to get through that.
2 months, 3 months, like, it is, and contract wise, if you like to put your hours like in an hourly wage, right, your salary, was it worth the contract of it?
Absolutely not for a lot of them. That's kind of like the world of entrepreneurship, but no, I would say that it really depends on their level of what's the word I'm looking for? Urgency.
Yeah.
Right. So I had right after we went to a conference, there was a company looking for a wellness program. So the turnover cycle was 2 weeks, which is crazy. But other than that, it really just depends on their level of urgency and how many people I have to go through to get that signed contract.
No, that makes perfect sense. So I was just wondering if you were to focus on certain specific industries that already like were your hotspot, or even new ones, because if you would be big in nonprofits, and nonprofits have less red tape. So just like doing an industry kind of cost to industry model, and you offer packages where like if it was a menu, because right now you gave me all encompassing, but maybe on a profit wise, it would be more beneficial for you to give a taste, not just a trial, but a taste. Say, I'm only going to give you limited access to this app, or limited access to a consultant, even for like this small fee on your menu. So that way for small nonprofits, if that's even cost efficient to do like 20 nonprofits versus like 3 big contracts, like just do a package.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, putting them together. And yeah, it's very doable because each client gets their own web-based portal. So if I invite all of those nonprofits and make it like like you were saying, like a nonprofit portal where they can come together and save money by doing it all in one.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
No, that was a great idea. Because we do work with some nonprofits too. I forgot to mention them because you're right. And we do give the nonprofit discounts also. So thank you.
I have a question. You said you work with some banks and credit unions.
Yes.
Have you considered incorporating a financial wellness piece into your workplace wellness? In my industry, we have found that there's a lot of data and research of people who spend a lot of time while they're at work worrying about money. And especially a lot of times companies are not able to pay, people want raises and they just can't get them. So one area where we come in is where we can sit down with someone and go, okay, why are you, paying this percentage on this credit card? Or why do you have 17 subscriptions when you're only using 3? We can free up money, essentially giving them a raise, right? And a lot of employers that we work with like that because financial wellness and mental wellness are directly connected, because when you're constantly worrying about money and you're stressing, it makes you sick, and now you're missing work. And so have you considered adding a financial wellness piece or a partner?
I have definitely would consider a partner. It's just financial wellness. It's one of those things where it's like you can't be everything for everyone. And financial, just never really dipped my toes into, to be honest. I mean, my husband's in finance, so I could use him, but he has a full-time job. So no, partnering, is something I would for sure think about. I just don't know if I want to actually dip my toes into the financial wellness space. I have to know when to say no at some point. That's one thing I'm learning about as an entrepreneur, is you have to learn to say no at some point. But for sure.
Yeah, we could talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have programs that you could just involve.
Yeah, that'd be great. No, absolutely. Thank you.
You're doing such a great job. I'm gonna try not to knock out the slides. To kind of segue with the partner, one of the things that came to my mind was creating some sort of like retreat, some event, because I saw you on stage last week and I mean, you rocked it, and your mom's up there. Not that you and your mom specifically would have to lead it. You would get some key partners, but maybe inviting some of those key current clients and ones that you're trying to woo, maybe through, I'm not sure exactly how, but like creating an event, not necessarily here local, maybe you go to some exotic place.
It's so funny. My mom actually owns 90 acres in Tennessee. And she actually got an LLC and named it a retreat place.
Yeah.
So it's just funny. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it was just funny because the timing of that.
Because I feel like that lends, instead of just a train the trainer program or a sales thing or whatever, where they're like, oh, what do I do with this band? And, they've got a million things. You take them out of their regular environment, you put them in some place that is more serene, and they may shift I don't know how.
Absolutely though, yeah.
How you finance this, or what, maybe you get a big partner that's willing to sponsor or whatever, but like, I could just see you and your mom doing that, so.
I would enjoy it too, so. Thank you.
Your retreat.
That would be cool, yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
We met earlier.
Yes, absolutely.
Just a thought, and it might be more than you want to think about. However, there's no reason this app can't be taken to the market for individuals to purchase or get it for free, and then have all the Weight Watchers and all those health plans or diet plans, gyms sponsor it. So you're actually getting your money from the sponsors, not from the people.
Yeah, no, that is a good idea. I've always been nervous to go in the individual market though, because it is saturated. But maybe taking a different approach like that could work.
Yeah, you don't have to charge that. You just get the sponsors to pay you.
That is a good idea. I like that. Thank you.
Time for one more, then I've got some comments from some folks on Zoom.
Okay, hi. What about the referral program? You have a referral program?
We actually recently started one, but that's fantastic because that has been something that has been like we give 10%. Yeah.
Now, is that to anyone, or is that to your people, your clients?
That's to anyone. So if you guys have referrals, come to me. We got a quick document you can sign, so we'll pay you. Yes, absolutely.
That's kind of special, like a VIP, because they already know what you do. They could tell you.
It's a fantastic idea.
So
maybe give them a discount for their next year if they refer something.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Love that. Thank you.
Okay. And we have someone online, and Melissa.
Okay.
She does CEO roundtables. You need to be at those tables.
All right. Well, I'll get in touch with Melissa.
We have some comments online. Justin, who is a regular every week on Zoom, we love his comments. He's in the marketing space. Let's see. He says, what is your process after meeting with HR managers? Do you give them a script to pitch to the business owners, or do you let the HR owner or let HR manager pitch your program on their own?
Well, you're catching me off guard here because the script's a good idea.
That was gonna be my question too.
Yeah, I think creating like a general script is a fantastic idea. And then like adding a little personalization to each after meeting with them and then send it over to them. So the answer is we rely on HR right now, but not for long after that comment, so.
I think that is a great idea.
Fantastic idea.
One of the things that I used to do, I've been in sales for 35 years. I'm only 12. But is I would even ask if I could be in that meeting to help them to pitch. Hey,
We
if-
have asked
okay.
before. It just depends on the company.
Sure,
It
yeah.
really, really does. But I think that we should just get more, I don't know, I don't like to use the word aggressive, but more aggressive. in
Assertive.
asking. Assertive. There we go.
There you
Thank you for that.
Let's see, another one is, that's process. Banks, credit unions, universities, government agencies, cool. I think that's all. Justin, anything else? You can turn on your mic if you'd like.
I don't have anything else. I just the scripting, works out well for us. So I think it might be a good idea to try out.
Awesome, thank you.
I love that idea. Thank you, Justin.
Does anyone else have anything?
Daryl.
I think Joe was coming in for something.
I was thinking of something, but it's more of like a liability issue. You kind of talked about, opting in or opting out or firing employee, not one of your employees, but an organization because they didn't use the system. Is there ever a liability on you as an organization if you don't offer it to everyone within that organization, similar to healthcare? I opt in or I opt out. I'm thinking of like insurance liability on your side. Do you think you would ever get sued by an individual saying, my company didn't give me the opportunity to do this, and therefore something bad happened, and now I want to come after you? Do you have to get insurances related to that? It's just a thought.
No, I appreciate you bringing that up. No, actually, because the terms and conditions and privacy policies that they respond to say that all decisions are on your company. So, yeah, exactly. So like I say to HR, like if you want me to take someone off, we recommend, because we can't require, but we recommend that you give them a couple warning emails, because the moment we delete them out of the system, they're completely out of it. So you have to know they're not using it, they don't want it, and you don't want to have to pay for it anymore. But that is a great point. Yeah, our lawyer's like, we're gonna put everything on the company. That's a joke, not everything, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah, thank you.
Any further, anything else? Please
I
keep this beautiful lady here.
I have a suggestion.
If you don't have a band, grab one. And if you want me to show you different movement stretches, strength exercises, please let me know. And any other questions, connect with me. Thank you.
So just a couple more things real quick. We are running out of time. We need to get you back into real lives. Again, if this is your first time, please raise your hand again. Are you getting real high? Thank you so much for coming out today. Continue to tell others about 1 Million Cups. We want to make sure that we continue to grow in this organization, to grow our community, because small business owners, they all need your help. A couple quick things real quick. We have some upcoming events, some really, really cool events coming up. If you are a business owner and you're looking to scale and you want to get up to the next level, Scaling Your Six-Figure Business is happening. It's a 4-part series. It's starting October 10th.
There's some on the table, so they.
And there are flyers on the table. If you're interested in this event, this is a 4-part series that goes through everything you need to do to learn how to scale your business. There is a wellness seminar coming up. And what is shit? He's not here today. There's a wellness coming up. I'll get the details to make sure you get those, because I forgot to print the thing out. And also, we do a group photo every week. So Andrea, you get to come up to the middle. And if anyone wants to be in the group photo, we use these photos on our website. And please don't forget 1 Million Cups Detroit Metro on Instagram. Please share your photos if you've taken any, because we want to get the word out to everyone. Also, again, but we want to say thank you to Incubizo, who's our sponsor. This is his spot. Every week, if you come, you have the opportunity to work here for free for the day. So find a spot, bring your laptop, hang out, spend some time getting to know others, and continue to network. Lisa, how are you? You've got an event coming up very soon. We've got an event coming up very soon. We'll give you 1 minute and then we have to introduce Destiny from Goldman Sachs.
Thank you.
And then she's gonna carry us home.
I'm gonna maximize my 1 minute. My name is Lisa Davis. I am a former banker, loan officer, lender, and now I'm working with multiple lenders throughout southeastern Michigan. And I have a cohort that is starting next week to get you funded. 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 200,000. The cohort is full. I have all the small businesses for this cohort that is launching my inaugural cohort, but we will be doing it again in 2025. What it does, as a lender, I'm going to let you know exactly what you need to do to get funded. I will teach you through the underwriting guidelines so that you will be approvable, you'll be bankable, so that you can fund any type of marketing strategies you might need to do, any type of inside sales strategies you might need to do, any type of operational strategies, HR strategies. So my name is Lisa Davis. The cohort is called Momentum Accelerator. It's 4 weeks intensive. It launches Monday, October 7th. Thanks, Joe.
Those guys, you know, she's good. She's not. Goldman Sachs is a partner of Open Thrive. This is probably the premier entrepreneurship program in the country. It's amazing. If you've been through the program, you know, there we go. You have a graduate. There's others who would be interested. So give it on.
Oh, you shouldn't give me a mic. I'm gonna warn you guys, every time I get a mic, I feel like I'm about to do karaoke. And I'm gonna tell you my karaoke favorites real quick is I do a really bad but good Anita Baker, Michael Bolton, and E40. So that's my categories. But I know it's very diverse, right? My sister said don't do it in public, but I can't help myself. But again, I'm with the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Program. I'm very happy to be here and so excited to meet just such wonderful people in this amazing atmosphere of non-networking, but actual growth and collaboration. So it's beautiful to be here. Thank you guys so much for putting this together. This is not easy to meet. So I'll do my spiel real quick and please let me know if you have any questions and I'm not trying to take up too much of your time. I am with Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses. We are an international program, but I'm here with the local Detroit site. We are a program specialized in taking entrepreneurs who are established in their small business, who have a revenue between $75K to $20 million. Why? I'm going to explain that in a minute. Who has at least 2 employees and 2 years in business. We specialize in taking those entrepreneurs completely out of their business, which is so scary. The business you built, your baby, and we specialize in teaching you those tools and resources so you can let it go a little bit and learn how to work on your business, not in your business. We believe the only way your business is really going to grow without you always at the driver's seat. I always use like restaurants as a reference, mostly because I love food. But if you have a restaurant, we don't want to change your recipes. We're not trying to change the culture in your restaurant, but we want to take you out of the kitchen. We do this by offering classes at Wayne State University. Those classes run for 14 weeks. And throughout those 14 weeks, we're going to go over your business. Our classes are 8.5 hours every Friday. We are currently accepting applications for cohort 32 starting January 2025 until next Friday. That is the application deadline. In our classes for 14 weeks, you are actively working on your business. We only allow 1 excuse absence because Goldman Sachs, we believe in day 1, we're pushing you out. We are absolutely kicking you out of your business as soon as you start. You are going to be going over financial forecasting. So the bankers in the room are going to be like, yay. So you're going to go over financial forecasting, learning how to make decisions, not just based off of your gut or intuition, but based off of your numbers. We have a number of CDFI partners, bankers, nonprofit organizations that come into the classroom and offer you very transparent feedback of how to make your numbers tell your story. Not just you, but your numbers, because they're really, really important. We go over HR best practices, and we also have attorneys come in. We talk about the ugly side of how to terminate those contracts in a healthy way for your business. Again, our program runs for 14 weeks, 1 excuse absent throughout those 14 weeks. We have an amazing graduation rate of 90% of our participants who go through our program of a cohort of 33 very sized small business owners, 90% graduate. Our alumni who graduate from our program, 67% have said they have increased their revenue just 6 months after graduating, and 41% have hired more employees. I'm gonna put Lynn on the spot because she is an alumni. So if you have any questions, please reach out to her. She's amazing and a great referral source. And our program, again, we are fully funded by the Goldman Sachs Foundation, so we are not asking for a cost for you at all. We are not asking for anything, but we are 100% asking for your time. You are required to be in class every Friday. You have a business consultant that Goldman Sachs does fund and pay for you to meet with you every week. A lot of small business owners say, ooh, Goldman Sachs is funding a business consultant. I'm not gonna meet with them for just 1 hour. Please take advantage. Take advantage. We're on Wayne State's campus. To be eligible for our program, you have to be a Michigan or Northern Ohio business for the Detroit site. 75K is the minimum annual revenue and 2 employees and 2 years of business. I also want to note, we put that 2 employees very creatively because your mom counts. She's not on the payroll. Don't pay her still if you don't want to, but she counts. Her time matters. And if you feel like you're not maybe ready for the Goldman Sachs local site just yet, we do also have the Goldman Sachs Black in Business program, 1 Million Black Women. That program is for Black women sole proprietor owned businesses who may or may not have hired their first employee, 12 months in business, and 25,000 is their minimum gross revenue. That program is extremely amazing. It is built for Black women by Black women. That program is 14 weeks. It's a national program, so most of their classes are virtual, while ours is on the Wayne State University's campus. And they fly to New York, full expense paid trip by Goldman Sachs. And I'm not gonna lie, as an employee, I love taking Goldman Sachs money. I love like spending it and going out to eat. It's amazing. So please take advantage. That program, we'll start accepting applications again in March. Please follow Goldman Sachs 2000 My Business in Detroit to get an update on that application, or reach out to me and I'll happily send all that information your way so you can be on their waiting list. That program is for 25,000 is the minimum annual gross revenue. So they believe you're still in the startup phase, you're still growing. So to compensate for that, they do offer a modest stipend of $2,000. So we're taking money out of your pocket to do our program. So here's this stipend to help with that. So those are our 2 programs I really wanted to tell you guys about. I'm trying to be quick. So Daryl, any questions? Yes, ma'am.
You said March for the other one, but what about the first one you were talking about?
So for the local site, we have a rolling application, but to be considered for our January 2025 cohort, you must apply by October 11th. If you do not apply by October 11th, then you will only be considered for our summer cohort, which starts May 2025. We have 3 cohorts a year: September, January, May. So we run in conjunction with Wayne State University semesters.
Thank you.
Can you invite Destiny back every month, because this is a great program and everyone needs to know about this. So if you know someone who's a business owner, especially the Black woman, which is the fastest growing segment of small businesses, startups. There we go. Please invite them, please let them know about that program. Let's take our group picture. It's 10 o'clock. We want to get you guys out of here. Thank you so much for coming. Again, our sponsors, Brooklyn Thrive and Incubizo. We love you guys.
She don't. Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
Hello, and how are you doing?
Did my email come through with my schedule? Oh, you did? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Lay right on.
Right here. Bend your knees.
You don't have to, I got this, sorry, you can that's a different.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. then-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All right. All right, we'll see you next year.
She wants your car, you did. You want about bottles? And I said, Ian's the guy.